to wrap this up so that we can go in game and introduce the players. Thank you for all the love, guys. Thank you for all the support. It really is crazy. We're almost at 250 subs. You guys know what we do at 250 subs? You know, I've been talking about all these sub goals we're unlocking. Again, we've got to give away a Co-op Commander today still. We've got to give away a WCS Global Finals poster still today. We also, if we hit 250 subs, we're going to be setting up a subscriber King of the Hill, $100 prize pool, with basically each match is like worth a few dollars. But there's also kind of handicaps in place that it kind of makes every game a bit more even, you know? To kind of, it's going to be fun, some stupid rules and stuff like that. It's going to be kind of fun. I'm really actually looking forward to it. I've had some plans being made. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be doing that when we hit 6 more subscribers, organizing that. Sub goal push to 300. The dream is real, guys. The dream is real. 244. You guys are awesome. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for being so kind to each other and gifting subs. The top left-hand side of this PVZ, we have our red Protoss player. Give it up for Stats. He's from Splice, of course. That's from Team Expert to the bottom right-hand side. Give it up for Scarlett. Proxy Stargate here from Stats to the bottom left-hand side. So he's going to be setting this up in a way to hit a little bit earlier with that initial Oracle or so into the middle of the line. Get some damage done. Try and take a lead from the very early stages. So we'll see how this goes. A couple of people asking about the studio as well with the rent command. So yes, guys. Currently, to live the StarCraft dream, when I came home from university, I moved back in with my parents. I was casting at home for a long time, but it was kind of unfair to them to kind of literally sit in the house shouting at a computer screen all day. And so it was also kind of bad for me because it got very distracting during cast. Let's hold that 4 to Adept Shade in. 1 drone, 2 drones, 3 drones, 4. Please be 4. Come on. Oh god, it's not going to be 4. It's going to ruin my rhyme. Oh, my rhyme got ruined. Okay, just the 3 drones. But yeah, as this Oracle's about flying, I just want to very quickly say, basically, it wasn't very fair on my parents, and it wasn't very good for me either to be in a house where dogs are barking and stuff's going on around me. Much better to kind of hire out kind of an office studio space that I could actually just come here, work from here, have some peace and quiet, and make a little bit more noise. Or just be able to talk more freely, you know? Not have to worry about things as... Just set on up. I think it's going to be nibbling away at this pylon. Finally finding this so far. As you actually see the Phoenix was made as well by Stats. Interesting to make a Phoenix straight after the Oracle when it's a proxied Stargate, because generally you're going to want to try and get the second Oracle out quick before the Lings come in and kind of shut it down. So just 1 Oracle here. Very fast left from Scarlett too. We'll see what's going to happen. So you see a few drones coming up this right-hand side. Coming in towards the third base. Interesting that Scarlett deflected this so easily. Really did just shut down the Oracle play, which is so important because she's only on 40-ish workers. There's a little bit behind the Protoss actually. So if she was any further behind from the Oracle kills, she'd really be struggling in this game. I mean, those initial Adepts already doing some damage. I mean, that really does hurt. Hydralist Den finishing soon. It has been more common to go into this sort of faster lair play in the ZvP. Kind of like just going into the faster lair, the Hydralisks a little bit earlier in the game. Especially because we've been seeing a lot of Lurker play as the kind of mid-game composition. With the Lurkers, with the Lurkers coming through, you kind of need to add on kind of, the Lurker Den a bit earlier. Because it does take a long time to get it up. As you see, the Stasis Ward will just be set off on 1 single drone there. Obviously, Stasis was no longer affecting eggs or lava. That was a really good change. That really was kind of crazy how good it could be. It actually created a lot of spawn imbalances as well, with which side of your hatchery the lava popped on and which side the Oracle could get into easily. It was kind of interesting towards the end. As you see, Resonating Glaives has finished up from Stats. That's his first real tech of this game. And the Scarlett's kind of faster Hydra production. It's going to be somewhat decent, but Scarlett's doing a decent job so far of slowing these Adepts down. I mean, they are picking off some Hydras. They are getting damaged. Oh, no. I mean, this is getting a bit messy now. The Queens are still up towards the third base and not coming around to help. And now they're in a mineral line. Scarlett is taking 5 drones of damage and it's going to keep on increasing. She's desperately trying to get units out to get into position to deal with these Adepts. But, man, the damage being done is insane. They stick around in this main base as the Queen goes down. Extra drones as well. And Stats has just done way too much, way too quickly here. To break this to you, I know you're having a really intense competition right now, but you are not, technically you're in the lead on stars, but officially you're kind of not. Not to bait you into more stars, I'm just saying the straight up honest truth. Like, I don't want you to start competing if you're in a fight you can't win, you know? Alright guys, let's do this. Game number 2 of this best of 3 ZvP. What if the entire star thing was never to reward kids? Parents just love to play with stickers. I can totally see that though. I can totally see that being a thing. Teachers are just like, oh yeah, this is amazing. The kids actually feel ecstatic, but goddamn, they have no idea how great it feels to get to stick things on the sticker board or whatever. I can totally imagine that. Alright guys. To the bottom right, our Pink Zerg player from Team Expert. Give it up for Scarlett, who's a game down in this ZvP. A quick loss. Let's see if she can bounce back. As to the top left-hand side, the Blue Protoss player. Up 1 game. It's Stats. Can he make quick work of Scarlett in Game 2 like he did in Game 1? Quick, powerful play. Very solid stuff. No star on the top of the tree. Don't worry, guys. We're getting a star for the top of the tree. The star on the top of the tree will be held for the truest of esports heroes, the biggest donators of the month. We just add it in after a few days, aka when I actually locate the star. I might just use last year's star and turn it around 180, I might do that. You want your back stars, Papa? Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to count back on the subs. I think it was like 5 or so, right? Just from the roughest of memory, I think it was around 5. I think I can go back on. I should be able to go back and double check anyways, so it should be fun. Wardy stir in the pot for more sub gifts? Yeah, of course, man. Hey, no, I'm serious. Like this month, we're pushing for 300 subscribers. Like that's the thing. We are doing it. Like, I'm doing what it takes. Like that's why we do so many giveaways. That's why I'm talking about it a lot, honestly. Like, the reality is, like, if we get up to 300 subs and we can make that a reality and, somewhat keep that sustainable, then we will cast StarCraft 2 a lot in 2018. And that's what I want to do. So, if that's what I want to do, believe it or not, that's what I'm going to work to. That's what I'm going to set towards. That's what I'm going to put my eyes on. I'm not going to let it leave my sides. We're going to do this. I have complete belief. After the last 3 or 4 days... Like, there's not a moment's, thought in my mind which is like, oh, yeah, this is totally, it's not going to happen. Like, it is going to happen. It's just going to take us a little while. Alright, we do see a couple of Adepts coming down, and while going into the mineral lines, this time they get shut down. No damage done just yet by Stats. Last time we picked off 3 workers with these 2 Adepts. Back at home, the Oracle on the way up. No proxied Stargate this time around. And we're just going to be seeing these couple Adepts. Alright, coming up through the center of the map. Coming back home. They've had enough. This is a very fast lair from Scarlett. Like, this is a 3-minute lair. I mean, this is basically as fast as I would expect it to be if this was some sort of all-in, honestly. With a 4th gas, this is a Spire? Is this a Spire? No, it is just the Hydrogen. This is a super, super fast Hydrogen. Like, super duper fast, right? Like... I mean, 4 minutes there, I used to call it fast hydrogen, but this is like crazy. I wonder what the actual plan is then from Scarlett. I mean, we've been seeing these more and more often, and you can just see in this case, she has no 3rd hatchery, so it is a lot more aggressive than usual. Let's see what she wants to do with it. She's going to kill the Oracle. It's a big pickoff. It's a big pickoff. Nicely done. Very nicely done. As we do see these lings moving around still from Scarlett, looking to see what else is happening. Robo Base starts up from Stats. couple more gateways as well in the main base. Warp Prism about halfway done also, and a couple of sentries now warping in on the natural. Couple sentries now warping in. This Phoenix starting to get to work on this Overlord. Some damage starting to be done here, as we are going to be seeing the Overlord getting picked off, and well, again, still some Zerglings working their way through the rocks on the northern side of the map, just opening up the map, getting rid of those choke points which Protoss players love. Well, there's the Warp Prism. Scarlett sees it coming, even gets greeted by a couple of Adepts dropping out as they move on down towards the lower right-hand side. So answer a quick question in the chat. When do the quarterfinals for this event start? The entire playoffs will be played on Monday. Tomorrow we're casting Go for SC2, so rather than overlap an event which we get to cast anyways, we will be casting on Monday the playoffs of this tournament. As we do see, a couple of Adepts going to get ready to drop off down in towards the main base here in a moment or two. Queen already taking a couple of shots of damage. I mean, 2 Adepts should be targeting drones, of course. They're never going to kill a Queen realistically, as we do have. I mean, this was just fast Hydras into now the third hatchery finishing. Super late third hatch. Is it just some sort of push across the map or what? I still can't really figure this out at all, you know? I mean, Colossi are now coming out from stats. I think scouting this earlier with the Oracle, seeing that fast Hydra Den allowed him to go into this much faster Robo Bay off of 2 bases as a response. But no Nidus, and that's, you know, no Nidus or anything like that, despite how fast this was. It's just a straight up Hydra push. Very different, something we don't see all the time here. And let's see what happens as Ling's Hydra's gathering up towards the top side. We've seen the rocks getting taken down. I push up this ramp already. Force fields do not hit from stats. The Colossus goes down instantly. That's a huge play from Scarlett here. It's a huge pick-off to start things off, as we're going to be seeing a few of these Zealots starting to drop as well. But there's the next Colossus, and now shield batteries at the front will go a long way. Scarlett is fighting an uphill battle against what was a good scout and a good counter so far by Stats. The Stats had enough to hold on right now. There's Immortals in trouble. It goes down as well. Well, you know what? If nothing else, Scarlett will keep Stats away from the third Nexus, really. She should be able to move over there and kill it. She goes for the Cyber Core. Maybe she does just want to break through right now and end this here. More Hydras are on the way in production. No drones behind it. Kills the pylon at the front. Cancels the warp in. What a play that is. As we see this Lurker Den coming on up, getting set and ready to go. Hydras come to the right-hand side, and we are going to be seeing this Nexus getting picked away. Pylon goes down. You see this Nexus gets picked off as well. I mean, so she does cancel the Nexus. She did kill the first Colossus. I think that's huge. If you don't get that Colossus so quickly, suddenly Stats has a second Colossus arriving, and boom, these Hydras disappear so much more quickly. There's now Scarlett. I mean, still only on 43 workers. Still only on 43 workers. There's so many Hydralisks coming in towards the upper right-hand side, looking to see what's going on. Looking to see what they can do. Still no third hatch there just yet. Third Nexus to the left-hand side from Stats 2. Coming on down, getting set up once again. More gateways coming up. Charge coming up. +2 attack coming up. Stats has everything he needs for a longer game, but can he actually have the Nexuses he needs for a longer game? And the economy, Scarlett's Lurker Den has now finished. Lings, Hydras, coming around the top side. The Lurkers too will help to support this a lot. Scarlett, does she know about this Nexus to the left-hand side? She does not just yet. Does she suspect it? I don't think so, because I feel as though she'd be checking, but maybe she kind of has a rough idea. Maybe she doesn't care. She just wants to fight anyway. Remember, she hasn't made drones for a long, long time. Oh, look at the bait. The Hydras run to the right. The Lurkers come from the left. And now it's a Protoss sandwich. But you know what this is made out of? The bread's made out of Zerg units. Turns out the meat is now eating the bread, though. The Hydras are going down on the right-hand side. And actually, somehow, the filling has escaped the surround. Good stuff from Stats, who makes his way over to the right. And now you see Lurkers burrowing at the front, and we're going to be seeing gates going down. Well, I mean, the Lurker's in a good position, and this was what I was getting excited about when these Hydras were kind of baiting the army over to the right-hand side. It's like, oh, the Lurkers are going to get a great position here. But they had to come in and try and help the fight, as now we're going to be seeing, well, Lurkers are continuing to kind of fire away. We're going to see these Zealots are starting to go down. but there's actually just too many of them. They're on top of the lurkers. The lurkers are gone. Scarlett now sees the third Nexus here, and maybe just a bit more patience, maybe just... I mean, it's hard to say a bit more patience. It's hard to say because obviously she's in a position where she is in the all-in sort of scenario. GG. Stats takes the 2.